Hey guys, what's up? What you're about to watch ngayon is a very, very interesting video. We will be watching how atheists act like Christians. Paano ko nasabi yun? Because they are evangelizing. They are spreading their version of good news. At ano yung good news? Ano yung good news na yun? The good news is that there is no God. Okay? There is no God, and sa TikTok po ito, sila ay nag-entertain ng mga discussions. So meron silang specific topic na pinag-uusapan dito. Basically, a topic about morality. So huwag na natin patagalin pa, no? Let's jump right into it.
Pero may baril ka din. Since may God, sabi nga ni God, di ba, 10 utos ng Diyos, thou shalt not kill. Gagamitin mo ba yung baril, paano ba to? I-defend mo ba yung sarili mo? Like, uunahan mo ba siya napatayin bago, patayin siya bago kanya patayin?
Siyempre, kung ang halimbawa, ang sitwasyon
Kasi may depende.
hindi, babarilin ko siya, siyempre, babarilin ko siya.
Di ba sabi ni God yun, thou shalt not kill?
Hindi, babarilin niya na ako Pero ito nga yung magiging
By the way, guys, that is a classic and very basic fallacy called fallacy of equivocation. And by the way, no, gusto kong magbigay ng benefit of the doubt doon sa atheist. I don't know kung sinasadya niya ba to or sadyang ignorant siya doon sa divine command na yun. Thou shalt not kill. Basically, the proper rendering would be thou shalt not murder, hindi thou shalt not kill. Ang equivocation, ibig sabihin noon, in-equate nila, or ang meaning lang exclusively ng killing equals murder. So, hindi yon. Sa Bible, may nuances yon. Meron tayong tinatawag na justified killing. What are those? We have capital punishment, death penalty. We also have self-defense and accident killing. Hindi mo naman talaga sinasadya. So, these are justified killings though. But, yeah, ang contention nila, di ba sinabi ng Bible na huwag kang papatay? Then, therefore, strictly kahit na endangered na yung buhay mo, huwag ka talagang papatay. And this is a mistake. This is an error in reasoning.
ang magiging sitwasyon, ipaglalaban ko ang salita ng Diyos, ipaglalaban ko yung salita, kaya kami magbabarilan. Hanggang kahit mamatay ako. Pero kung halimbawa naman, wala naman kaming
Kung hindi naman endangered yung buhay mo, kahit ipaglalaban mo ang salita ng Diyos, wala namang problem doon. Pero kung pinaglalaban mo na ang iyong sarili, then tsaka ka mag-act accordingly based doon sa situation. Diba? If someone is threatening your life by killing you and your family because you are Bible believers, then doon ka mag-act. Pero by merely defending the faith, kung ganito lang naman reason, wala namang necessity na magpatayan tayo, no?
wala naman kaming pinagtatalunan ng malalim.
Kaaway mo na nga yung situation na sinabi ko
With that answer of yours, JC, you've already
nakikita natin
you've
dito.
already shown me that there is
Sorry sa alarm. Hindi ko alam bakit ako may alarm ng 12:15.
such a big hole in your belief. God was the
nakikita
one
na-
that instructed the 10 commandments.
Nagkaroon ka ng big hole sa iyong belief, sa iyong worldview. Alam niyo naman yung pang-shutdown natin dyan. By what standard? By what standard? Na yan ay malaking hole. Meron ka bang panukat para sabihin mong mali yung sagot niya? Meron ka bang panukat para sabihin na mali ang pagpatay, mali ang pag-murder? Wala. If there is no God, if that's the good news, there is no God, walang objective and universal ethical principle or standard upon which mag-a-appeal tayong lahat and then binding lahat sa atin ito. What's good for me must be good for you, and what's evil for me must be evil for you. If there is no God, what's good for me may not be good for you. What's evil for me may not be evil for you. For the sake of survival, kaya kong pumatay ng tao. Again, if there is no objective and universal ethical moral principle.
which instructs each and every one of us, thou shall not kill. But then you're saying that it's justifiable if he is the one to kill.
Again, yung error kanina na in-address ko, thou shall not kill, para sa kanila, yun ay isa lang yung meaning. Walang nuance. Again, the proper rendering is thou shall not murder.
Or if he is the one to order the kill. So, ano na yung rule na thou shall not kill? Does that mean it's exempt if it's from him?
Ano kasi yun, kung magawa mo man yun, instinct mo lang yun, parang ano mo lang yun, respond lang ng katawan mo yun. Pero hindi ibig sabihin yun, ano mo na, kumbaga, ano na agad yun, sa Diyos na agad yun, siya agad may kasalanan doon. Isisisi agad natin na, ito alagad to ng Diyos, pumatay ito ng
Yes, doon naman sa part ng theist, yes, okay. It does not follow na kapag may command ng Diyos to kill someone, sakupin ng isang nasyon, therefore ang Diyos ay meron ng intention to do what is evil. Yes, yun yung point niya, but this person, si theist, ay hindi naman nagpa-provide ng rational basis upon which ma-justify niya yung reasoning na pinaprovide niya. So, sa part ng theist, meron talaga siyang responsibility na i-justify or i-explain yun. Malaking factor dito yung yung pagiging aware sa sarili bilang Christian. If you think na you are not yet capable of defending the Christian faith, then wag ka muna mag-engage sa mga ganitong bagay. Hindi ka nagko-contribute, and lovingly, sinasabi ko ito. I'm not saying na I'm the best. No, I'm not saying that someone is the best. What I'm saying is, again, self-awareness. If you think na you're not yet capable of defending your faith, di ka pa nakagain ng certain knowledge tungkol dito, wisdom tungkol dito, courage to also do this confidently, then wala namang masama sa pag-recognize and pag-admit na hindi ko pa kaya. And wala ring masama sa pagsagot ng I don't know. Okay? So, yeah. Self-awareness. Kasi hindi ka nakakatulong sa Christian worldview. Okay? Hindi nakakatulong, hindi ka nagbibigay ng contribution para masagot yung mga issues na yon sa Christian worldview. Nagbibigay ka pa or nagdadagdag ka pa ng you're making things worse, sa madaling salita. So, yeah. Bilang Christian, yun sana yung gawin natin. Maging self-aware tayo sa mga bagay na hindi natin kaya, then i-admit natin na hindi natin kaya, so huwag muna tayo mag-engage sa ganitong bagay. If gusto talaga natin, then equip muna natin yung ating mga sarili, and then tsaka tayo mag-engage sa mga ganitong klaseng community. Nasa ganon is maging malaking, magkaroon tayo ng contribution, positive contribution dito.
Tao, bumaril ng tao. Di ba, hindi mo naman, syempre, parang nalulunod ka, di ba? Pag nalunod ka, ano bang gusto mo? Makaahon, di ba?
I don't think you're understanding my question, Holy. Let me repeat myself. Sige.
I don't think you're cute. I don't think you're understanding.
Andun pa rin tayo sa topic ng justification, di ba? So, ito na nga. Gamitin natin yung...
Speaking of justification. Okay, speaking of justification. Again, how will you justify a universal objective standard of morality sa worldview na sa good news na there is no God? Yun ang napakalaking question dito sa mga nag-i-evangelize na atheist na ito?
Well, yung hypothetical ni Chinitz, pareho tayong may barel. Ako, I'm acting on my own. I'm acting, walang bumubulong sa akin, walang nag-utos sa akin, magkaaway lang tayo. And for me, kailangan kitang patayin. On your side naman, kailangan mo akong patayin. Okay, sige, magkaaway tayo, di ba? Ikaw, kailangan mo akong patayin kasi utos ng Diyos. And you said na yes, but then you're bringing up na human instinct. Ano ba talaga? Nakakalito ka na kasi.
Simple.
Okay, sige. Dahil paulit-ulit na lang din naman to para hindi na rin humaba yung video. Basically ganito. Is God justified sa kanyang command? Na kapag siya ang nag-command na, okay, kill this one. Preserve your life. Kill someone by preserving your life. Okay? Since na standard natin ang Diyos, and in the context of Christianity, justified ang self-defense. Just because merong provision ang Christianity sa self-defense, therefore, mabuti na yon. And if the objection of the worldview there is no God is that, no, that's wrong. Again, ang problem talaga ng dilemma na ito ay hindi sa Christianity, kundi sa kanila. Bakit? Number one is they are yet to justify objective and universal moral standard. Number two, ang ginagawa nila is that if they are saying that that is wrong, mali yun. Kinumand lang ng Diyos, therefore tama na. Again, ang ginagawa nila is ginajudge nila yung Diyos, again, this is God, ginajudge nila yung action ng Diyos. What does it make them? They are making themselves the God of this God. Ulitin ko po, kapag sinasabihan mo na mali yung desisyon ng Diyos, mali yung ginawa ng Diyos, ibig sabihin no, naglalagay ka na ng standard above God. I am the law. Ako yung standard na dapat abutin ng Diyos at ilalagay ko itong standard na ito sa ibabaw ng Diyos. If ikaw ang standard ng Diyos, then ikaw na yung Diyos ng Christianity. You're making yourself the God of Christianity. So you see, ang tindi ng arrogance ng worldview na walang Diyos. Ang tindi ng arrogance ng worldview na walang Diyos. Biruin mo, maglalagay ka ng standard above the God of the universe. Maglalagay ka ng standard or moral standard above sa Diyos, while at the same time, sa worldview mo that there is no God, hindi mo ma-account or justify ang universal and objective moral standard. You see how self-defeating that is? Yan ang worldview ng atheism. Now, sinasabi nila, di ba, there is no God. Sila yung may sabi nun. Ano ang sinasabi ng scriptures? Ano sinasabi ng scriptures? Romans 1 verse 19. For what can be known about God is plain to them. It is plain to us because God has shown it to them. What can be known about the God of the universe is plain to us because God has shown it to us. Tapos sila, ang claim nila is, for what can be known about God is not plain to us because God does not exist. So you have two antithetical views here. God exists, or there is God, and number two, there is no God, which is their worldview. And as a Christian, alin doon yung pipiliin mo? Yung Diyos na nagsabi sa kanyang salita na what can be known about myself is plain to you all, versus them, these foolish people who are evangelizing, spreading their good news that there is no God. And of course, as Christians, alam natin yung tamang sagot doon. Diba? Yes, there is God. And our apologetic methodology matters how we should engage these people. Yeah, so yun lang siguro sa ngayon, and see you guys sa next video.